In 1861, construction of the Lynn to Hunstanton Railway began, and on the 3rd of October 1862 the line opened to the public. But in 1969, disaster struck.
Beeching and the Queen were responsible for closing it.
With this act, its legacy was forgot.
There was a railway line to Hunstanton.
Line gave many great memories.
Where we'd swim all day and then come home again on the train.
This is the story of that great line. This is King's Lynn to Hunstanton. This is where our story begins. King's Lynn, birthplace to George Vancouver. An old Tudor town which was once one of the biggest fishing towns in England. A town full of historical landmarks and great shopping. This is the King's Lynn Terminus, where in 1861 construction began to build the first railway to Hunstanton. King's Lynn already had routes to Dereham and Ely, which also led to London. In 1862, the line finally opened to the public. Now, in 2007, the one remaining public line into the King's Lynn Terminus is to Ely, and the train comes from London King's Cross. In March of 1971, the Hunstanton track was finally removed to be reused. Here, on Gaywood Road, traffic stops to let the Hunstanton train pass. The only time traffic stops here now is to let pedestrians pass. Next stop, Norford. Wolverton, now a suburb of King's Lynn, was once a tiny village. A small community where locals used to meet at their local church, now full of newly built family homes. The station here is also a family home, which was converted in 1972. The clock here, totally original, but from the original King's Lynn station. The signal box still in place, now on the land of a local scout group. The village always made use of the trains. As you can see, both platforms intact to this day, part of a wonderfully long narrow garden. Norford poses a stop for people to travel to Castle Rising, a local landmark. Here, in the 1950s, you see Wolverton written in cobblestones. They still exist to this day, now spelling Wootton Holt, the name of the house. After departing Norford, the journey continues to Wolverton. One of the greatest built and preserved on this line is here in the village of Wolverton. The train would go around the local church before heading into the station. To stop people getting hurt by the trains, gatehouses were built to allow employees to shut gates on the main roads to let the trains pass safely. Wolverton poses the Royal Station, just 2 miles from Sandringham House. Royal families used the line on many occasions. In In 2007, both platforms kept as they were when they shut in 1969. Where this cobbled garden lays used to have 2 tracks run through. Everything you see here at Wolverton Station is authentic, even though the station has been turned into residential use. The royal family last used the line in 1960, which also helped to the closure in 1969. The train goes around the bend, leading to Dersingham. Dersingham, full of great loving families, full of country spirit, and also full of community spirit, avoiding supermarket chains and supporting their local businesses. The local butchers is also a family-run business, providing for the small village. At least when we get to the station here in Dersingham, it is still in use for something. Unlike many stations along the line, both platforms are still fully intact since they were built. The wooden canopies were a Victorian fashion and were placed to all stations along the line to Hunstanton in the early 1900s. Onwards to Snettisham. Snettisham, a village for the farmers, a small village full of tragedies. Tiny shops to fit in with the tiny streets, and down Station Road you will find Snettisham Station. This station was also converted into a family home. And where the track used to lay, now sees the owner working on his prized garden. Snettisham Station used to be full of pride and welcome day trippers. As the train sets off, we go to Heacham.